Awesome, guys. How's it going? Sorry for that 3 minutes wait. I know you guys were really excited to get on this call. We're really excited to get you guys on this call as well. Just to introduce myself, I'm John Dacosta, a National Executive in Paycation UK.
I'm Toby Dacosta, guys, National Executive with Paycation UK. Guys, we're really, really excited to have our very first network marketing school. This is going to be a long series, guys, of good value, good content, and the right information and education that everyone in Paycation UK right now needs for their own business to grow massively, guys. So we're really excited about this call. We're going to cover some very simple principles that each and every single one of us needs to have in this business. Now, we really want to focus this call on what a professional network marketer must do on a daily basis, a weekly basis, in order to see the long-term success.
Awesome, guys. We're really excited about what we've got because, we've got, what you'll call a better way in network marketing. And this is what we really kind of want to cover first, guys. Understand that this is going to be the first of many series. We're going to have weekly calls that are going on, guys. We're going to have this content. We are recording this content. We've had a lot of guys asking, are we going to record this? We are recording this, and they will be right into that network marketing school. The link will be right into that network marketing school, guys. So after the call, you can watch it over, take notes down and do that. But guys, what we really wanted to do for our first actual video, our first call, is we actually wanted to, take a brief moment and actually look at network marketing. Because right now we've had so much momentum. We've just had the Birmingham event, which is absolutely amazing. Guys in Birmingham, absolute round of applause. You did an absolute smashing job out there. We had many, rank ups from there as well. But we've had so much momentum, and sometimes it's hard to even slow down and think about why network marketing? What is it that we have here? What do we have in our hands? Why is this the better way, than what we are, the other conventional things that we have? So, we're going to start off just a quick 5 minutes, just covering network marketing and why it's so important and why it's the better way.
Brilliant. Now, guys, just before we dive into it, what I'll really urge everyone to do, if you haven't got this at hand right now, is to have a notepad and pen at hand. It's a known fact that, if you don't write things down, you only actually obtain 20% of the information that you've heard. Now, that's what amateurs do. And, we're really trying to take the giant leaps to evolve from amateurs into professionals. Professionals always take notes. It's so important. And when you take notes, when you transcend what you're hearing into your hands onto paper, your brain has to think about that whole process, and you actually retain 80 to 100% of the information long term. So that's what we really want everyone to achieve, on this call today, to really remember this information, have it down on your pen and pad. And this is information you can now duplicate with your teams as your teams continue to grow. So yeah, let's get right into it. So why network marketing? We're really just going to cover, 5 principles as to why network marketing is simply a better way. Now, the first principle is it's just better. It's really just better. It's something different. But if you take a step back and you actually look at what's happening and what network marketing is all about, you'll understand that we really do have a better way. Many people look at this network marketing as a solid plan B. I think it's fair to say everyone's plan A, as we've been brought up and conditioned to know, is the 40-40-40 plan. You work for 40 years of your life, do 40 hours a week, and you retire 40% of your income. And that's our plan A. Go to work Monday to Friday. At the end of the month, we get a salary. And don't get me wrong, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But if you want to do something different in life, if you don't plan to work until you're 70 years old, if you don't plan to build someone else's dreams, for their whole career, you have to find something different. And that's why we have network marketing to get today, guys. It's truly an amazing industry. It's one of the highest industries in terms of sales. You know, it dwarfs so many other industries. I think the 2013 figure was $167 billion in sales, which dwarfed the NFL industry, the music industry, the movie industry, and so many other industries. You know, so that's just some information, you know, you can put down for yourself as well. Now, what I'll then go on to say, guys, is that network marketing is not perfect. It's just better. Now, why do I say it's not perfect? It's not perfect, guys, because, you know, you're going to go through an emotional roller coaster with network marketing. It's important to understand that. It's not going to be easy. But, hey, whatever's easy in life probably isn't worth doing. You know, now, if you really, really want to stay in network marketing long term and see the success, you know, that so many individuals around the world have seen, you have to accept the fact that it's not easy, but it is better. Think about it, guys. So many people are prepared to work for 40 years of their life, you know, and receive that, you know, monthly salary for 40 years doing that and not complain, but they complain if they don't see $1 million over 1 month in network marketing. You know, it doesn't make sense. When you really put things in perspective in terms of what we're doing, you have to understand that what we have here is a low risk, but a high return business. That's what we have here, guys. You know, it's a low risk, but high return business, but it's a business that you have to work. It's a business that you have to adopt the right mindset, you know, to really continue with the consistent daily activities. You know, I think it's fair to say, guys, you know, if, you know, something happened to you right now and you had to go to hospital and surgery had to be performed on you immediately, you wouldn't want an amateur doctor doing surgery on you, you know? So if you wouldn't want an amateur doctor doing surgery on you, why would we treat our business as an amateur would treat their business? We really want to treat this as a profession. That's very important to understand, guys. We're actually in a profession. So for those of you guys who maybe weren't aware of that, network marketing is a profession. There are people making 6- and 7-figure incomes with our industry. Yes, it is possible. That's the good news for everyone on this call right now. It is possible if you have the right mindset towards your business and you understand it's not easy, but it is just better.
Definitely. One thing that I really want to kind of emphasize on right now in terms of network marketing, I want to emphasize what it is not. Because we get, you know, with different network marketings, everyone's had their kind of exposure to network marketing in one way or another, and people get fed so many different messages. And this is something that is not just something that's come up in my mind. This is something that has come from the minds of some of the greatest network marketers ever lived. And actually, it's come from the person who, a guy called Jim Rohn, who, as I believe, stands still as the network marketer who has the highest earnings in network marketing history. Currently, and this is a guy called Jim Rohn, who's a great mentor. And what Jim Rohn basically explained is that he worked network marketing as a part-time income until it was stupid or ridiculous for him to carry on his normal day-to-day job. Now, please understand why I'm saying this. We sometimes, you know, in network marketing, you know, hopefully us in Paycation don't do this, but sometimes in network marketing, you get people who come in and say, I came into network marketing and I left my job in 3 days because there was this huge promise of paychecks and blah, 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 blah. This is not how you want to approach people. And this is not how, you know, you want to portray your business. This is a secondary income source. Warren Buffett says it best, you know, you must invest to create multiple sources of income. Do not rely on one single source of income. So if you are working a current day-by-day job and that fetches you money on a month-by-month basis, then stick at it. Keep going at it, but utilize that job to build your network marketing business. You're going to have friends and colleagues, you know, who are in your day-to-day space and your day-to-day line of work. These are great people that you can share your part-time business with. Because likelihood is, if you're in the same job, they probably have very, very similar goals to you. Or they're probably in a very similar situation to you. So if you saw network marketing as a great means to achieve what you want to achieve, they probably would see the same thing. So, you know, understand this, guys. When I went to Barclays, my local Barclays branch, I went in there, and as usual, I was expecting to line up at the cashier point and be served by a person. When I went in there, guys, there was machines. They had all been gone. The people had been gone. They'd been obviously made redundant, and they'd been replaced by machines, guys. This is happening now in 2015. It's been happening throughout 2014. It's now becoming more apparent in 2015. By 2016-17, guys, majority of jobs, guys, are literally going to be overtaken by, you know, electronic devices. This is happening on a day-by-day basis. I've seen it in McDonald's. I've seen it in Barclays. These are two major corporations. Why is that, guys? Simply because for a company, it's far cheaper for them to put a machine in once. That machine never has to break down. That machine only is very low cost in terms of maintenance, guys, and that machine is automatic. There is no stress related to that machine. Whereas a human being, to work that job, that human being must, you know, have a salary. That human being can be late. That human being, you know, can cause stress at work, and that human being could dissatisfy customers. And this is why for a company, it makes more sense for them to put machinery in. It's cheaper and it's more effective. So understand this. We've seen it all over at Sainsbury's and Tesco's and Morrison's. There are now self-service checkouts. Employee jobs are being shortened, guys, and wages are being shortened, and things are becoming more performance-based. Even in schools, things are becoming more performance-based. Teachers are now being paid on performance. So understand this, guys. Right now, securing yourself on an online business, you guys have done a fantastic job because everyone on this call is in an online business, right? You're in vacation, which is a great job. Understand why staying the course is the best thing to do, because you need to understand what you would be going back to if you didn't stay the course. Now, we're not saying to totally eradicate that industry, because that industry is good. It pays our bills. It gets us by. But understand that if you are investing in a second source of income, that eventually will allow you to have a choice. That's what it's all about. It's all about having a choice, guys. A choice that if you didn't go to work, you're not stuck or stuffed. If your boss did call you and say your post is not here anymore, you've got another source of income coming in. So guys, network marketing provides us a better way for us to secure our financial future. That's simply what it does. And you know, it's great that all of us have made that choice, but it's now the understanding to go pro in network marketing. And for someone to go pro, it doesn't mean you have to go pro in the next 30 days. For the people who do go pro in the next 30 days, they're going to see massive results in their network marketing business. For those who decide to go pro in the next 3 months, you're still going to see great results. But actively going pro little by little and investing into your time into the business, learning how to utilize different tools, learning how to utilize different systems, learning how to use personal development for your growth, learning how to actually go and do your own research in your network marketing business, watch videos, watch, you know, documentaries about network marketing, research, read up on your company, you know, doing all these kind of things and managing your time is all aiding towards a better business for you. And understand this, guys, it's easier to build network marketing right than it is to build wrong. It's miserable if you build it wrong, you know, because you would tell yourself that you're doing it right, but deep down, if you know that you're not actually actively going out there speaking to people, it's dragged, you know, and people, you know, you'll feel like, oh, nothing's happening. Look at all these people flying off and they're doing so well and all these people are ranking up and I'm just here. Guys, everyone can succeed in network marketing. That's the great thing about the industry. Guys, no one comes into network marketing a superstar. Everyone has to start from the same place. It's those who decide to learn and go pro that see faster results. So this is what we're really emphasizing, guys. The choice to go pro in network marketing is the best choice I've ever made. I know for my brother Toby, he's ever made. I know for my brother David, he's ever made. But guys, we want you guys to make that choice as well, because the same way you guys make that choice, then you guys will be on the stage presenting in no time. You guys will be closing. You guys will be doing the calls. You guys will be doing the trainings. And that is what we want, guys. That is what every network marketer wants, to have a team of people who are out there actively building their business professionally. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Well said, John. You know, it's desire to be a professional, guys. Just like John said there, it's if you're you know, and it's going to be very blunt, but you know, I've had many years of experience in this industry. John as well, and I'm sure he'll second me on this. If you're in this industry to make it work, do it right. Don't kid yourself. Don't pretend to go half-hearted. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying this has to be taken now as a full-time job. You know, there are some network marketers who do it full-time. There's some who do it part-time. That's perfectly fine. But in the hours that you're given to your business on a daily basis, go pro. Do it on a professional level. Do not do it half-hearted. Because if you do it half-heartedly, you will get half-hearted results. You know, there's a famous saying, you know, within our industry, if you treat your business like a hobby, it will pay you like a hobby, a couple of £100 a month maybe. If you treat it like a £1 million business, it will pay you £1 million. It is that simple, you know. So it's all about mindset and how you view your business. It's simple, guys. You know, we're in the right place at the right time. And, you know, we hear it so many times that, oh, this company is just ground floor, this company's ground floor. But here in Vacation, we really are ground floor. So if there's ever a time to take this seriously as a profession, the time is now. The time to win in this industry for everyone on this call right now is now, you know, with this company. You know, I've heard another famous saying in our industry that people's success in network marketing comes down to 70% timing, 30% talent. Now, if you believe you have the talent, maybe you've been in this industry for some years, you know, you've learned skills, you've developed skills and a mindset, or, you know, maybe you're new to this industry, but you're hungry, you've got a desire, you really want to win within this industry, and you're confident with the leadership that we have here, and you really, you can really see yourself, you know, making this work with the leadership that's here, then you've got the talent, you know, and you've got the mindset to go at this. And I'll tell you now, guys, we've got the timing. The 70% timing, we've got it. We've got it. You know, everyone will say it in their own company, but when you look at it, their company's been around for many years, you know, but we've got it right now. Vacation will change the way how people travel. So we can be proud with the company that we've got. But guys, you know, it's so important to go pro, you know. So that's definitely something that you want to ensure on a daily basis. With your consistent method of operation, you are treating your business in a professional manner. When it's a three-way call, you're doing it a professional way. When you're talking to people, whether it's in person or over the internet, it's in a professional way. How you present yourself, offline and offline, it's always in a professional way. You know, sometimes I'll see people within our industry, you know, kind of publicize their life on Facebook. For example, publicize their dramas that they're currently going through on Facebook, you know, so everyone kind of knows their business. But at the same time, they want people to join their business, and they're stating that, you know, it's such a positive thing that they're doing with network marketing, but what they're publicizing on Facebook in their personal life is always negative. You know, people are always watching. You want to treat yourself and your business as a profession. You want to take it very seriously, because people are always watching, and people are looking. You know, people outside network marketing, they're aware of what we do. They are waiting for us to fail. They are waiting for us to become a statistic of the people who didn't make any money, who tried it and failed, you know. And there's going to be many people out there who are waiting for us to fail. Now, I'll tell you something. If you have a professional mindset in terms of how you view your business, you're able to ride over all of those objections. You're able to ride over all of those issues that could come at you one day. And you will present yourself in the best way, because it will constantly be on your mind. When you're out and about in front of people, how your posture is, how you talk to people, how you present yourself. You'll always be thinking of what a professional should do. So that's the second point, guys. Go pro. Always desire to be a network marketing professional.
Awesome.
Now, the third point, guys, a third principle of, what our industry is all about and why we have a better way is there's skills you need to develop. There are skills you need to develop to see success in this industry. If anyone told you that you can go through this industry by just getting one person in your matrix or in your downline who's gonna blow it up and you'll be able to make money off them, they lied to you. Or maybe they just don't know what they're talking about. You never want to be in a position where you're riding on someone else's work. I'll say that again. You never want to be in a position where you're riding on someone else's work. In other words, there's someone in your team who has developed the skills, who has done the hard work, the grafting, the grinding, has developed a skill set where they now can apply that to see results. They're making money. And as an upline, you're maybe getting that benefit. Now, what many people make the mistake of doing is, oh, wow, there's someone in my downline, they're absolutely killing it. This week I made £200. Next week I made £300. Wow. And they relax, basically. They just ease off, take the foot off the gas on their business. They don't think about, how can I get better? And what happens is, in most cases I've heard, that person who's done well ups and goes and he leaves and joins another company. And then their business just goes flat. And they don't know what to do because in the whole time, they did not develop a skill set. Everyone's success, guys, in this industry and within Paycation, I'll tell you now, will simply come down to your skill set. It's very easy to see this just like in the corporate world. Your manager will hire you based on what you can bring to the organization. Paycation will pay you based on what you can contribute to Paycation. If you have the skill set where you're a master enroller, you can enroll people because you know how to recruit people, Paycation will pay you. If you understand how to duplicate and build teams, Paycation will pay you. If you understand how to train teams, do trainings for teams and help your teams grow with the right mindset, Paycation will pay you because you will be doing something that's going to grow into a result. And that's what Paycation are looking for. This is all about money with Paycation in terms of the business side. It's important to understand that. We are the marketing side of Paycation. They are on a massive campaign to grow globally. So they rely on us to spread the word, spread the message. If you don't have a skill set in terms of how to do that, you will not do that. So what are the skills that you need to have as a network marketer to see success? Apart from mindset, the first skill I would say is posture. Posture really is your foundation of everything. I've listened to some personal development the other day. I think it was Eric Worre, and he was saying that when he was young and he was trying to make it in this industry, he knew that he was low on confidence. So what he did, every time he was in a room, he would fake it and he would lie to himself and he would pretend that he was high on confidence, but deep down inside he was shaking. And he would just, go up to people, smile, shake their hands and be so happy, but deep down inside he was shaking. And he kept on doing that for so long until it became natural, and until it became his posture. The same way when he was talking to people, or maybe when he was doing three-way calls, or when he was doing opportunity calls or events, he was shaking, he was nervous, his posture was weak. But because he kept on forcing himself out there in those situations, it gradually became a natural process, which ultimately improved his posture. Now, guys, I'll tell you from experience, one of the ways how you can improve your posture, if you don't have the posture right now, and what I mean by posture, I'll just say this quickly. Posture is how you present yourself to the world. How you present yourself to the world. Because it's important to understand, guys, network marketing is all about people. It's a people business. Our currency is people. If you don't have people to speak to, you really don't have a business. So every person that we deal with is important because people are always watching you and they're looking at your posture, how you speak, how you act, etc. So posture is so important. And one of the ways how you can develop your posture is by mindset, knowing that you know what you know is true. and no one can tell you otherwise. No one could come and tell you this is a pyramid scheme, and you're like, oh, maybe you're right. No. This is not a pyramid scheme, because I already know what a pyramid scheme is. We have a service. It's travel. You know, we have a booking engine. That's posture. That's a way how you can, puff your chest up and know how to respond to someone back if they come to you with a pyramid scheme or any other objection. That's an example. You know, posture, it comes from putting yourself in situations that you wouldn't normally put yourself in. Getting comfortable being uncomfortable. If you stand up on stage to speak to 10 people about your business, the first time you will shake. The first time you probably will stutter. You will be nervous. You will be unsure. But you do that 10 times. How do you think it's going to go? How do you think it's going to go the 10th time? You're going to be amazing. You're going to be great. You're going to be better. You're going to have improved. And that's what it's all about. That's how a lot of the leaders today in our business and in network marketing in general are where they are, because they've put themselves in those situations. They've gone through those tests, trials, tribulations, when people are backing them down and pushing them down. They've put themselves in those situations. So that's why they have the posture that they have today, because they've gone through it a million times. And guys, it's important to understand, we've already done this. We've already done this, guys. Think about something today in your life that you're 100% confident about. I don't know, maybe for guys, it's your football team. If you're ever in a football debate, you're confident, you know what to say, how to defend your team. Maybe for girls, it's something else, an experience you've had. You're confident. If you got in a debate, you know how to defend whatever you're defending because you're 100% confident about it. Now, imagine being 100% confident about your vacation business and the network marketing industry in general. That's where you want to get to. That's where no one can tell you anything about your business. That's when you have a rock solid mindset towards your business. That's when you have tunnel vision towards the success of your business.
Definitely. Very well said. So, when we're looking at skill set, guys, what we want to give you right now, especially when you have really put that posture into practice, guys, a lot of people do say to me, how is it that you managed to speak to that person? How comes they messaged you back? How did you get people to message you back? How do you do this or how do you do that? It's a number of things. It's a collection of constant affirmations internally and externally. So when I mean affirmations, things that I am positively bringing back to myself. So internally, I always tell myself that I'm going to attract big people into my business. And I say that to myself so many times, I believe it now. And now it manifests physically. And externally, I then think to myself, if I wanted to attract a big person into my business, who would a big, network marketer want to do business with? And I'll think, okay, they want to do business with someone who's very well presentable, someone who's maybe dressed quite well, someone who can speak very well, someone who knows their business inside out, and someone who can help them and almost guide them towards the success that they always are looking for. So then I say, is that me? Am I that person? And if I'm not that person in any way, shape, or form, then say I'm great, in terms of how I dress, but say in terms of understanding my product, I'm a bit weak. That's what I go to work on. I rate myself on a 1 to 10 level on everything. So guys, here's a great tip for you guys to write down. In your skill sets, all the skill sets that we're about to go over, and we're about to go over some of the key skill sets. These are now tangible skill sets to bring in people in your business. We're about to literally go over that now. So in these skill sets, write them in a column, and you are going to rate yourself 1 to 10 on that skill set. Some of those skill sets, you may be a 9. How are you going to get that to a 10? Be honest with yourself, guys. Some of those skill sets, you may be a 2. Some of those skill sets, you may be a 0 because you don't even believe you have that skill set. How are you going to get that 0 to a 5? How are you going to get that 5 to a 10? So when you actually rate yourself honestly on each of these skill sets that we're about to list to you guys, that's where you will know where your business can improve. Because if you up your skill set, your business will increase. It just naturally happens. The better you are with the skills that you obtain, the better your business will flourish. So guys, here are some practical ways that we really build the business. Now, understand this, guys. The reason why myself and my brothers, we see such quick success whenever we come into any opportunity regarding network marketing is because, like we said, we've developed these simple skill set, and all we then need to do is translate it into the product that we are providing, or the service that we're providing. And, you know, the rest will take care of itself because the skill set is already there and it's already obtained. Now, guys, this is great for you because you guys, a lot of you guys may be at a point where now you get to develop the skill set. This is my favorite point because you get to develop something and you get to see the growth of that development. It's the most amazing point of your network marketing business. It's not something to be fearful of. It's something to embrace. Enjoy the fact that, you know, you maybe got it wrong the first time. Because you do not learn when you get something right. You learn when you get it wrong. Because here's the thing. When people succeed, they party. When they fail, they ponder. Mm-hmm. Right? So understand that. I'm going to say it again. When people succeed, they party. When they fail, they ponder. Guys, and when you ponder, you have to figure stuff out. Why did I fail? What did I do wrong? And how can I improve that next time? So that's what we want to obviously be working on. So make sure you've got that column down. If you guys, I don't know if you guys want to make a column now, and we're gonna give you these skill sets or really listen down. So here are my three skill sets that I would really put on right now. And obviously Toby can add his as well. But here are my 3 skill sets that you need right now, literally to take people who are cold market, external people that you don't know yet, or warm market, people that you already have a relationship with, and take them from not knowing anything about Paycation and literally enrolling them into your business, into your organization. Here's how I do it personally. Here's some of the tools that we use. So the first thing that I do, guys, is I got great at inviting. I got great at inviting. Now, what do I mean by that, guys? Let me just break it down like this. Let me put it this way. If you are not talking to someone about your business on the phone, if you're not talking to someone about your business face to face, if you are not showing someone your business at an event, if you are not doing anything actively towards presenting your business either by speech or visually, if you're not doing that to someone, whether you know them or not, your business will not grow. It's impossible. If I sat here like this and didn't say a word, and none of you guys knew about Paycation, and I sat here for half an hour, didn't say a word, and then I hung up this call, none of you would sign up. And the reason you would sign up is because you do not know the information. So the key is to share the information. Now, understandable. There's so much information. Paycation is this massive company. There's so much to learn. That means it's going to take me months before I build my business. Not true. Here's the thing. There are many people who are more than capable of sharing the business, right? These are your uplines, your coaches, your mentors. These people, you can get them on the phone and they will share the business on your behalf and you both get paid. It's fantastic. That's how network marketing works. We lift people up. We don't push people down. We're not corporate. We help people. That's the great thing about network marketing, which I love. Now, understand this, guys. When you are new in network marketing, when you are experienced in network marketing, you've been in for 10 years, you've just been in for 2 weeks. It is the same. You are to invite people to hear about the Paycation opportunity and get someone who is more credible than yourself to share it. This is called a 3-way conversation. This 3-way conversation can happen in various ways. It can happen on a phone call. So you can do a 3-way on a phone call. You can do a 3-way on an application call, like a Zoom call like this. You can do a 3-way on face-to-face. So you, your friend, face to face, and you brought your upline. Say if I brought Toby, and I had a friend, and us three face to face, I would say to my friend, hey, Mike, I'm so glad you can meet us here at Costa Coffee. I just brought my brother here. He's been in the business a lot longer than myself, and this guy's absolutely killing it. He's doing an amazing job, I just brought him here because it would be a huge injustice if I didn't bring him, to share this opportunity, because I value so much as a friend, and I really wanted you to get this information as firsthand and in the best way possible. So I couldn't think of anyone better or more credible to share this opportunity. Now, in terms of my friend Mike, I think I called him Mike. In terms of my friend Mike, let's call him Mike. Mike is gonna, be more than happy, and he's gonna be all ears to listen to what Toby's got to say and who Toby is and how to present the opportunity. So, mastering the invite. It's so important. Now we're gonna do a physical demonstration right now. About the invite, me and Toby. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to get Toby to invite me. I'm going to pretend I'm a prospect, and I'm going to get Toby to invite myself. And the way that Toby invites me, I'm then going to do it another way. So I'm going to then invite Toby. So you guys can see a physical representation of how how we would invite a prospect. I'm going to play total blank as a prospect. So in fact, I'm going to make it a bit hard for Toby. So yeah, go for it.
Phone call?
Yeah, phone call.
Why not? Hey, John, how's it going?
Hello? Who's there?
Yeah, it's Toby. How's it going, man?
Oh, how's it going, buddy? You all right?
Yeah, man, not too bad. Real quick, I'm in a rush. Literally just about to go to the gym.
All right.
But do you have 2 seconds to quickly speak?
Yeah. I've got about 3 minutes. Yeah.
Cool. All right, like I said, I'm in a rush, but I've literally found something so important that I need to share with you. Now, you're my boy. I rate you. I think you're smart. I trust your opinion. We go way back, and we always do things together.
Yeah.
And I really, literally need to share something life-changing with you. And I think when you see this, no doubt you will lose sleep tonight. Like I said, I'm in a rush, but can I give you a call at 10 o'clock tonight? And please, let me know if you can be there. It's so important.
Do you know what? 10 o'clock tonight, I think I've got a bath on. I'm running a bath.
Bro, honestly, when I tell you this is life-changing, you need to cancel whatever you're doing 10 o'clock tonight. 10 o'clock tonight, tell me you can be there.
All right, cool. Yeah. 10 should be cool.
Perfect.
Be cool.
All right, man. I'm going to give you a call at 10, and I'm going to show you what we're doing. All right? All right, man. Speak to you in a bit.
All right, cool.
Take care. All right.
All right, bye. Awesome. So, I was actually trying to make that as hard as possible, but he didn't give me any chance. I'll be 100% honest. I didn't get a word in. And the reason why I didn't get a word in is because he had conviction about what the message he wanted to share. He knew why he wanted to call him. And the most important thing he did, the first thing he did in the call was that he was in a hurry. How's it going, mate? I'm good. Listen, I'm in a hurry. He was in a hurry as soon as he got on the phone. And that gave him literally about 2 minutes to invite me to an opportunity. Now, understand this. When he's come off the phone, the first thing that Toby's going to do is he's going to pick up the phone again and call his upline straight away and say, hey, James, or hey, let's do it. Okay, yeah, go for it. I'm now Toby's upline.
So I've just finished the call, guys. Hey, John, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going, Toby? You all right?
Yeah, not too bad. I've just spoken to my good friend, Johnny, and we've just booked in an appointment, 10 o'clock this evening, three-way call.
Awesome.
Me and Johnny go way back. He's like-minded like myself, and
awesome.
We do a lot of things together. And no doubt he would most likely be interested in what we're doing. So I want to get yourself, if you're available 10 o'clock, is that okay?
Yeah, 10 should be sweet, actually. 10 should be good.
Perfect. All right, man. What I'll do, I'll give yourself a call, literally 5 minutes to 10, and then I'll just give you a brief description about my friend Johnny, what he does, and
awesome.
how old is he, blah, 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 what his interests are. And then I'll call Johnny in, I'll put you on hold, I'll call Johnny in, speak to Johnny a bit, warm him up, and then I'll edify you, and I'll bring you into the call, and you take it from there.
Great. Awesome. I'll see you at 10, buddy.
All right, John. Take care.
All right, take care. Bye. So when you're getting someone in front of the opportunity, those are the first and two most important calls of the three. There are three calls that you need to make when basically closing a person. There are three calls when you need to make when closing a person. There's a fourth call, but we'll explain that in a minute. So the first call is to the prospect. You need to be in a hurry, and you need to encourage them as to why you're calling them. It's very important that you have a clear reason as to why you want to actually share this opportunity with them. Be in a hurry, but compliment them. Compliment and say, hey, listen, we go way back. I've known you, you're my brother or you're my sister, or you're credible in business. And I really would value your opinion on this. We've got something absolutely amazing going on. And, listen, the first person I thought of was you when I thought about this opportunity. And I need to know if I'm making the right move here. But, I'm pretty darn sure I am. But, your advice would be absolutely key in this. So, I need a call at 10, buddy. Are you free? You're complimenting them. And then once you do that, you book the appointment. That's the third point, guys. Book the appointment. Make sure it's booked in. They let them out of their mouth say 10 o'clock in the evening is fine. Right? So book that appointment. As soon as you book that appointment, get off the phone. Get off the phone. Because what's going to happen if you hang around the phone, say, oh, great. All right, yeah. Okay, so did you watch Man United play today? They're going to be like, yeah. Wait, mate, what's this all about?
I can't really explain it to you at the moment.
What do you mean? You were just asking me about Man United. You got 5 minutes. What's this all about?
Well, we do this travel thing, and
I'm not interested. Right, so you need to get off the phone. That's the key essence of that, because if you hang around, you're going to give them time to sweat you out, right? And it's all about booking the appointment there. So that's the first call, the prospect.
Just going quickly back on that point, guys. It's important to understand we are not when you're doing the call to your prospect to book the appointment, you are not the message. You are the messenger. Many people make this mistake in our industry. They try to explain what we do. They try to explain vacation. They try to explain for compensation plan and how we get paid in 20 different ways. It's not your job to do that. The prospect does not want to hear it from you. They may ask you what it's all about, but you are giving them a disservice, a disjustice if you try to explain it to them, because you're not the person who's supposed to do that. They know you to be who you are, for however long they've known you for. They don't want to hear it from you. They want to hear it from someone they don't know, who you're then going to edify, make them sound like, obviously, for expert, for professional. That's when they'll respect the person that you put on. That's where the magic is. So remember that. You are not the message. You are just the messenger. Become the master of the invitation process.
Great. Awesome. I've been in this industry for 6 years now. And when I can break down the business perfectly well. I can explain it personally well. If I have a personal prospect, I get David on the call, and David breaks down the business. Even though I still after 6 years get David on the call. I still after 6 years get Toby on the call. So understand it's not a matter of what I can or can't. It's got nothing to do with that. It's simply about who the person is, how they know you, and how they can respect the person who's going to share the message. So that's the first call. You've done the call with the prospect. The second call is now to make sure that your upline is free. You've booked in the meeting at 10. You now need to make sure your upline is free. Here's a very key point, guys. If you are not connected with your upline, this is going to be very, very hard work.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be very, very hard work. I talk to my uplines every single day. And your upline has every interest for their business to grow and your business to grow. So I'm sure your upline will not worry if you talk to them every single day. And they'll like it if you talk to them every single day, simply because they know that you're there and you want your business to grow. So I'm always connected with my upline, because at any time I could have a call going. So if I call my upline, they're not going to be like, who's this number? They're going to know it's me, and they're going to know what I'm calling for. They're going to know, great, this guy wants to book me in for a call. So get connected with your uplines. What I did personally, guys, is I chose a power 3.
Yep.
And this is what most, professional network marketers do. They choose a power 3. 3 people who they have total trust and faith and belief in that these guys can get the job done.
Yep.
They can break down the business. They can help someone get signed in. They can also teach you whilst you're on the call as well. So you can learn from them. I choose that power 3 anytime I come into any organization, and those are the 3 people who are going to help me build my business. If the reason why I choose 3 is because if I call Toby and Toby says he's not available at 10 and he says he's out all evening, I call number 2. I call David. David says, sorry, I'm not available. I'm out. Great. I call Lorraine. Lorraine says, hey, great, I'm free. That's why I choose the 3, because if one's not available, don't use that as an excuse as to my business can't grow. My upline's never available. There's always someone who's there.
Yep.
Right. And if all 3 of them happen to be out, maybe they're at an event, reschedule the call. Hey, buddy, we know we said 10. Literally, something just come up. It's absolutely crazy how busy this thing, has got me, but it's so exciting. Literally, can we do tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow sounds better for me anyway. Great, buddy. Tomorrow about 9 p.m. How's that sound for you? Great, awesome. Boom, you just reschedule the call. Don't get in a panic. Don't get flustered. Don't try and get them on the call and hope an upline turns up.
Yep. Because
that'll be them waiting around. Right, so just simply reschedule the call and give them time to do that. So that's the second call, getting connected with your upline. The third call is the actual 3-way call now. Now, this actual 3-way call, this is basically how it works. First, have a device, a phone, or a system that can do a 3-way call. If you're not going to meet them all face to face. If you're all in a close vicinity, great, get together, get out of your house and go and meet them. Go and meet them in a bar, go and meet them in Costa, go and meet them in Starbucks, go and meet them at their house, go and meet them in the park, go and meet them anywhere. But meet them, because the power and the energy of each other, is great. But if that's not possible, say one's in Birmingham, one's in Liverpool, and one's in London, hey, great, get on the phone. So here's me.
Just quickly touching on the 3-way call, guys. Some of you may need to check with your provider if 3-way calls, in other words, conference calls, is actually enabled on your phone. So the best way to actually test it is, just get 2 of your friends, spouse or family member, whoever, and just call them and then call someone else and just see if it works. It should come up on my iPhone. It comes up and actually says conference call. When you call someone, you should have an option to add call, then merge call. If it doesn't work, call your provider and get them to enable it. It's no extra cost, because the last thing you want to do is come 10 o'clock when you're calling Johnny and it's not working, and then it's 10, it's still not working, 10 past 10, oh crap, what do I do? I don't know what I'm doing, 15 past 10, and now Johnny's not picking up my phone. So you always want to be ready with the 3-way call, guys.
Awesome. So what I'm going to do now, I'm actually going to bring my brother David Dacosta in. If you could just pop round the back for us there. This is David Dacosta, International Executive, currently the highest rank in Paycation in the UK. What we're going to do right now is we're actually going to do a 3-way call, guys. So I'm going to be the prospector. So David is my prospect and Toby is my upline. So David is my prospect. David doesn't know about Paycation. I know about Paycation, but David's my friend and Toby is my upline. So this is how it works, guys. The first thing I'm going to do is call Toby. Right? So here we go. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, Tobes, how's it going?
I'm good.
Obviously, we've got this call for 10. I've called you just 5 minutes before just to let you know a bit about David. So David is someone who knows absolutely nothing about network marketing. He's someone who is a bit skeptical about, doing anything outside of his day job. He actually is a banker. So he's very corporate based and stuff like that. But he is someone who's very motivated to make money. And if he does jump on this, he's very serious. And I know he will take it very seriously. He currently lives in London and he currently, he earns good money. But yeah, if you can just be really professional with him, be really kind of corporate based, but still share the opportunity, then I'm sure he'll really appreciate that. He'll probably have a few questions as well. But obviously, I'm sure you'll be able to handle that as well.
Yep, sure, no problem.
Awesome. So what I'm going to do, Toby, is I'm going to call David in now, and then I'm just going to merge the calls. As soon as I merge the calls, I'm just going to introduce David, and then I'm going to actually edify you, and then I will let you speak. Now, when I let you speak, I'm not going to say anything, so I'm literally going to leave it over to you. So I'm not going to add my 2 cents, or I'm not going to emphasize anything that you say. I'm just going to let you do your work, because that's the best way to do it. So I'm just going to call David in now. Ring, ring.
Hello?
Hey, David, how's it going?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. Listen, buddy, give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to bring a friend of mine onto the call.
All right, cool.
Hey, David, how's it going?
Hello?
Hello. Hey, how's it going, David? Just once again, thank you so much for jumping onto the call. You know, I know it's a bit late, but, you know, I'm so excited about what I've got to share with you. Obviously, I know you work really hard, you know, and this is why I thought of you, man, because, you know, it's just amazing what we have right here. And, you know, with this opportunity that I was able to share with you very briefly, we're not going to take too much of your time, but I guarantee you at the end of this, you know, I think you're personally going to lose sleep tonight. I know you're a professional person, so I really was looking for your opinion on this. But I literally have brought my friend Toby on the call. Toby's been in this industry for years now. He's an absolute professional in this industry. You know, that's why I really thought you could relate to him, you know, professional to professional like yourself. And Toby's so, you know, knowledgeable about this industry, what we do here. And he's going to be able to just share with you this opportunity. Now, if you have questions, Toby will be more than happy to answer them as well. So I'm actually just going to hand it over to Toby and let Toby explain to you this opportunity.
Hey, all right, guys, just one quick thing just on that, just taking it back a bit so we can actually understand what's happened there. And let's actually just focus on the edification process, because that's another skill that you need to understand before we then dive into the call. John has just edified myself. John has just edified myself. So, you know, so David understands who I am. David understands what I do, and David now understands how I can help him. So, you know, John just really hits on a couple of points there. He's talked about, firstly, that I've been in whatever, you know, is going on, you know, and in some cases, this is a case where David actually has no idea, you know, about what's going on. You know, he hasn't seen any opportunity videos. He hasn't seen any tools. He hasn't been to an event, you know, so this is a very, very raw freeway call that's about to take place here. Now, I'm sure a lot of you will know, in most cases, what we normally do is we send our prospects a video. Now, understand, guys, when you send your prospects a video first and edify the video, you are then making your upline's job 10 times more easier to actually close the person to get them into your business. Because this is where the magic is, guys. When David now, if David has already seen one of the main vacation videos that you can go into the Facebook page and go into the Network Marketing School and download all the different opportunity videos that we've seen. If David has now seen that before he's jumped on the freeway call, he's now seen enough information to make up his mind whether he wants to know more or whether it's not for him. And as an upline, you know, it's a simple case of, okay, David, you've seen information. What did you like best? You know, and David will come out and say, well, I liked travel. Well, I like the idea of making some extra income on the side. Well, I like the idea of getting commissions, getting savings on the travel, blah, blah, blah. Now, that's so important, that step there. Now, when John's edified me now, you know, John's really done a hit on some main points, which is important to write down, guys, because you are going to be in a position where you need to edify your upline. So right now, you're probably thinking about the upline who you have in your business now, who enrolled you. So when you edify your upline, this is what you need to say. These are the main points you want to touch on. Firstly, your upline is an expert. I'm not the expert. I've been in this for a couple of weeks. I've been in this even for a couple of months. It doesn't even matter how long you've been in it. You could have been in it for 100 years, but your upline's been in it for 101 years. You know, that's all that matters. Your upline knows more than you. So you want to say, my upline, well, let's say John. John's been doing this for longer than me. He's an expert in what we're doing. You know, he's so knowledgeable. There's no one better to speak to right now than John. So that alone, you've portrayed John as the expert. Now, second point. You want to let your prospect know that John's time is valuable. You know, John doesn't just speak to anyone, you know. So imagine right now if someone was getting you on the phone to speak to Barack Obama. Do you think Barack Obama's got all day to speak to you? He's an important guy. His time is valuable. He's probably got 5 minutes. So that's how you need to portray John. I've literally just got John on the phone. Like, I know he's such a busy guy, but, you know, he's got a heart of gold that he's literally, you know, wanting to jump on the phone with me for literally a couple of minutes just to make sure you understand this and you don't miss what we're doing here. So I'm so grateful, John, that you could get on the phone and speak with my friend for these minutes. Now, you want to let your prospect know this. This is very important. Now, bearing in mind, guys, you've showed, you know, your prospect some information. You know, he said, yeah, I like to travel, for example. And he may have seen a tour, a video, etc., some more information in regards to travel. And he said, yeah, I like the idea of traveling. I want to get cheaper travel. Example, right? Now, whatever David wants to do in terms of get cheaper travel, get paid, you always want to agree with that. This is what we're doing, guys. So David says, yeah, I want to get cheaper travel. Yeah, that's why I got involved, because I want to get cheaper travel as well. So now David feels comfortable because he's speaking to someone who has what he's looking to get. And when you speak to John, when you're edifying John, you want to let David know that, hey, David, John is literally been the person who's helped me get for cheaper travel. John has literally been the person who showed me how to get the cheaper travel. You're just enhancing what David wants, and you're letting him know this guy's the expert. He's the way how John's helped me, he's going to also help David. People just want to see that they can be helped. That's all what matters when you're edifying someone. They just want to see that the person that they're going to hear from is knowledgeable, is an expert, and they can help them. If all of that is said, then that's all that matters. So those are the main points you want to touch on just there.
Awesome. And, you know, just to kind of finish that off there, guys, when the call's actually taking place, what I do personally, what I advise you guys to do, just so you have minimal feedback and the prospect can hear the call in the best way possible. If I've now invited David and Toby is the one who's explaining the business to David, I then just simply mute my microphone. That doesn't mean I can't hear the call. If I go like, ah, or something like that, then they can't hear that. I muted my microphone. So literally, David can hear Toby, Toby can hear David. They can't hear me. Does that mean that I go around and I start making sandwiches, or I, you know, play the PlayStation, or, you know, I go out and do my laundry? No, that means that I get a notepad and pen. I sit down and I listen to how Toby explains the business, and I take notes. Yep. I take notes on the key points that Toby is reiterating about the business, so that as Toby's breaking down the business, I'm learning, you know, and then at the end of that, you can make a sandwich or whatever it may be. So, you know, obviously we won't go through the three-way call right now, because there's many different ways that a three-way call can turn out. And the great beauty about a three-way call is that it's always special and unique in every individual way. No three-way call will ever run the same, because everyone's a different individual. But in terms of getting them there, that is a great way to do it. So guys, what we want to do right now is just to kind of emphasize, guys, once again, this video has all been recorded, and we're going to have this in your Facebook Paycation UK, the network marketing guide folder. We're going to have this video in there. So guys, if there's anything that kind of went a bit over your head, you can literally watch this back. You can skip to certain segments, and you can kind of just, you know, take that on board. You can rewrite notes and stuff like that. But what we want to do now, guys,